Welcome to the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. Whether inside or outside the loop, we are talking everything soccer in Houston. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Welcome to another episode of Orange Talk on the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. Today we're catching up with Lawrence Ennali, who just made his return to the field for the Dynamo after being out due to injury. We'll talk about his recovery, what kept him going, and how it felt to finally be back out there again. So let's get into it. Lawrence, welcome back.
Hello, hi. Thank you for having me.
First off, okay, how did it feel to be back on the pitch? In a real match, I suppose, after such a long time away.
Yeah, I was just excited. I couldn't really sleep the night before as well, the night after. A lot was going on in my head. Yeah, I was just happy to finally step back on the field and show what I'm here for.
Yeah, I don't want to take you too far back, but I do kind of want to hit on that game against LAFC, right? Because you do score a beautiful goal, and so you're on this high, and then moments later, you do go down with an injury. But what do you remember from that day? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I think how I can describe it the best is just like a roller coaster of emotions. First you score a beautiful goal. I said it many times against the World Cup winner.
Mhm.
Nice atmosphere. Nice team to play against, of course. Yeah, and then you get injured, and I was immediately feeling like, okay, yeah, that's something big. Um, yeah, and then it's just like you're sad and you don't really think about the goal anymore. So yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember, like you said, it was definitely like it was a win for the team. The Dynamo won 2-0, but it felt like everybody, it was just a different mood after the game for sure when you went down. But what exactly was the nature of the injury? I know we didn't really get to talk to you after the fact, and what did the recovery process look like for you physically, Lawrence?
What's the nature?
Like the type of injury.
So I had an ACL
Hmm.
and both meniscus. Um, and yeah, and then from after the surgery, it was just straightforward. I'm happy I didn't really had any major like setbacks.
Hmm.
Like didn't kept me going for my rehab. The rehab was tough. It was hard. Some difficult days. Of course, there are days where you feel like, oh, today is not the day, and you have like pain and everything. But all in all, it was a tough time, but also a good time. I got closer with many different pupils that helped me here in the club. And yeah, I see football now a lot different.
Sure, sure. You mentioned it a little bit, but the injuries can be tough, obviously mentally as well as physically. But what kept you motivated during those months
Yeah,
off the field?
it's just the joy I had. I really didn't. You forget about the joy you had, like um, playing soccer on a professional level in front of the fans and scoring goals and making assists and one against ones. That was like the big point I was missing. Just being on the pitch and playing what I love, doing what I love. That was like basically the main point that kept me in a good mood because I knew
Hmm.
I will be back doing what I love. I might be stronger than I was before. So yeah,
Yeah, and I guess you mentioned some dark times. I'm assuming that you being around the team but couldn't get on the field was probably the most difficult part. But uh, how was it to kind of still remain a part of that group? Obviously you can't be a part of the games or the training, but being around the people.
yeah, it was easy. I said it before as well. Our team is the characters we have in the team are amazing. They always make sure that you're good. They ask you like, how do you feel today? And yeah, I was still in the locker room with them, having fun, laughing about stuff that happened, or I don't know, whatever it was, talking about stuff, like funny things and everything. So yeah, that wasn't a problem. So they just it was like it was before. Always happy and smiling.
Yeah, and I guess unfortunately for you, Nelson Quiñónes also went down with like long-term injury setback. But did you guys, lean on each other during this time?
Yeah, we pushed us like each other. Of course, it was like when we did sprints, when we both were able to sprint, I always wanted to beat him. He wanted to beat me. That's of course something that is always pushing someone. And yeah, it was nice working together with him. Also, I got a lot closer to him during this time because I understand him, like how it is and how it is not to be that close to the team during training and everything.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was nice working with him. He pushed me off 100%.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like, the medical staff, your teammates, coaching staff were very supportive during that time. So, I guess moving, to more present day, talk to us about the moment, you find out you're going back into a match day squad against Sporting Kansas City. What was that like emotionally? I know you said you couldn't sleep, but kind of, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I got told I'll be in the squad for this game. Of course, I knew it a long time before because we always have like a plan what is going on and what the goal is. But then to finally see the message that I'm in the squad um, was of course a big relief. I was very happy. And from then on, I was only thinking about what I'm gonna do in the game and when I get the ball, and couldn't sleep at all. Oh yeah, it was a nice feeling to finally see my name on the squad list.
And how did your body respond? Obviously, they're not going to put you in unless you're feeling, pretty good in form. But, how did your body respond being in a competitive action again? And do you feel like you're close to 100% match fitness?
hmm I'm still, we call it a preseason for me right now. Um, yeah, I'm still working very hard. I'm doing runs after the training is done. But after the game, I was pretty tired to be honest. Yeah, that's the next step to get full game fitness to be a starter pretty soon. And yeah,
I guess, confidence is a, massive part of the game. When you come from an injury, how are you feeling mentally? Obviously, technically as well, but trusting your body, right? Especially with like a non-contact type of injury. How does that feel?
I was thinking I'd be a lot more scared after that injury. But I don't know. It feels like when I'm in training, I go 100% into contact, body check someone or something. So there's no fear of getting another injury. That's what I'm very happy about. Um, and that was also very important because if you're scared, getting an injury is a lot, the risk to get an injury is a lot higher. So yeah, that's the most important point, and everything else will come by time. The confidence is still there, going one against one. That's my biggest skill, and of course the speed. I did lose speed. That's also something I'm very happy about. Um, yeah.
I mean, we're definitely happy to see you back on the field, to see more magic of Ennali. But um, moving into this coming up match here on Saturday, what's the message within the group? As you all prepare for this match against Montreal.
Yeah, of course we want to win the game. We want to win every game. That's in our DNA. I know we had some tough months behind us. Um, but looking forward, I think there's a lot more to come for us. The team is getting closer and closer, and yeah, and then we have to go. A game has 90 minutes, so we have to stay strong for 90 minutes, and that's what we are preparing for now against Montreal.
And obviously, I mean, I think you got back into the field in record time, if I'm not mistaken. This they say like this type of injuries could take up to a year, so it's fantastic for you to do it. But what is your personal goals now that you are able to compete? For the rest of 2025, and is there something specific you're aiming to accomplish, Lawrence?
Uh, the main thing is to stay healthy. That's why I'm still working on my body, of course. training hard every day. So stuff like this will never happen again. And
Yeah.
yeah, um, yeah, and then it's just like getting completely comfortable. And my main goal right now is to get the 90-minute fitness into my body. So
Yeah,
every step by step. Yeah.
and and I guess going through this journey, do you feel, going through this journey, sorry, of injury and recovery has equipped you maybe to be a support system to players, maybe like Andrew Tarville, right, that went down as well, suffering something similar.
Yeah, of course. We were talking as well. Because I know exactly how it feels, so I can try to tell him how it was for me. For him, it's a little bit different. He has his family here, so they help him, of course, but to let him know like how I felt a couple nights. He came to me and asked me like how it's how did you sleep? And I told him like it was the worst feeling I ever had after surgery, of course. But yeah, of course, I had Tate Schmidt when he was here. He was like helping me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I guess when Tate went through it, he also kind of went by himself because there was another guy with a longer term
yeah,
injury when it happened. But all right, let's move into I guess off the pitch related stuff. You you talked a little bit about it already about obviously not necessarily having your family here, but you arrived in Houston last summer. Have you had a chance, I guess, at this point to explore more of the city, while rehabbing, and any favorite spots or things you've discovered during that time?
yeah. I had a couple the injury kept me like into my rehab, but now I'm like trying to explore a little bit. Some nice food spots. I love the Mexican food spots here. They're very good. Yeah, and then I'm just trying to find some good places to sit down and have a nice coffee or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're into coffee now. I mean, there's a lot of baristas out there in the team. It seems like so. I guess they keep you busy with all the coffee and food around the city. But what's something most fans may not know about you? Any hobbies, music, interests off the field as well that kind of kept you going throughout that time, not playing?
Um, I, what I really like doing is being on the couch and watch every every league that is like playing right now. Um, I like the time difference to be honest. So whenever I come back home from training, I can watch the Premier League or whatever, Bundesliga or whatever it is. And yeah, I was also very into gaming, Warzone. I don't know if you know that. But yeah. And then the other things are just staying in touch with friends, having friends coming over, of
hmm
course, with my family. Yeah,
Yeah, and I guess your family, being back home, the support system's a little different, but I'm sure they were there throughout the whole process, weren't they?
of course. Yeah, they were there helping me.
Yeah. Last one for me, Lawrence, before we let you go. If you could send a message to the Dynamo fans, who've been waiting to see you back, especially in Orange, what would you say to them?
I would say Flash is back, and you will see a lot of nice dribbles and hopefully some goals as well.
That's fantastic. Big thanks, Lawrence, for taking the time to chat with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to see you back in action. We'll be following your journey, of course, the rest of the season. But that's it for Orange Talk. Make sure to subscribe and check out the rest of the episodes here on Bayou City Soccer Podcast.